Back with Greek and Latin roots. Today we're looking at sub, super, SYM and SYN, TELE, and THERM. Let's take a look at their definitions first. Sub means under or in place of. Super means above or more than. SYM and SYN means same, together, or like. TELE means far, and THERM means heat. We'll start with sub. Again, it means under, below, or in place of, and it comes from the Latin. For example, to submerge something means to plunge it under something else, usually water. Sub means under, and merge means to dip, plunge, or immerse. A submarine might submerge. Sub means under, marine means sea, so a submarine is a vehicle that goes under the sea. Now that's a noun, but it could also be an adjective, as in a submarine trench. By the way, the world's largest submarine valley is the Mariana Trench, located in the western Pacific Ocean, and it has a maximum known depth of 6.8 miles, and it's home to lots of interesting creatures. Back to sub. Another word is suburb. Sub means under again, and urb means city, but a suburb isn't really under a city. Such a place would be subterranean. Instead, suburb means a town near a city's border. That's a noun. And so is suburbanite, a person who lives in a suburb. But the adjective is suburban, which means having to do with a suburb, like a suburban pizza place. One more subword that can be a noun and a verb. A subject, as a noun, literally means to throw someone under someone else's control. But you can just think of it as a king and his subjects. You also know subject from school, so it can mean a topic, such as English class or social studies or science. It can also refer to a topic under discussion. It can also be a verb, such as to subject someone to something. Notice the difference in pronunciation? It's spelled the same and has a very similar meaning, but here the emphasis is on the second syllable. It means to put someone under the control of someone or something else. I was subjected to his stories. It usually has somewhat of a negative connotation or feeling. Other subwords: subscribe, subscription, subtract, subacute, subdivision, substitute, etc. So the opposite of sub is another Latin root, super. It means more, over, more than, above, like supernatural, beyond the laws of nature. So the AL ending usually indicates an adjective. For example, look at this sentence. A ghost is a supernatural creature. The AL ending, again, indicates an adjective. It's describing a kind of creature, one that exists outside the bounds of the physical nature. But in this sentence, it's a noun, meaning the idea of that which is outside the laws of nature. He believes in the supernatural. A related word is superstition, which means a belief not based on reason or knowledge. Fear the number 13, don't walk under ladders, a broken mirror means 7 years bad luck, and so on. The whole word comes from the Latin meaning excessive fear of the gods, like if you did these things, you would anger them. Superman, you can tell where that comes from. Someone above a regular person who has extra powers. Other super words: superior, supervise, supervisor, superb, superintendent. When you see a word with super in it, it means above and beyond, and usually it means something good. Be careful, not always. Next up is SYM or SYN. It means the same or like or similar to. And this one comes from the Greek. We have seen a lot of these words before. Synonym, for example, means a word that is similar to another. Syn means like, ononym means word, and synonymous then would be the corresponding adjective. Symphony is a harmony of sounds together. That's the noun. The adjective is symphonic. Synchronize means to do something at the same time. Syn means same. Chrono means time. So something like synchronized swimming means people swimming together, doing the same thing at the same time. That's an adjective. But to synchronize your watches, like before a race, means to set watches at exactly the same time. And in this case, it's a verb. Sympathy means having the same feelings as someone else. Symmetry means having the same measurements on each side. Synthetic means something artificial. We're moving on. Tele also comes from the Greek, and it means far off or from afar. You know words like television, telescope, and telephone? which are all basically about bringing picture, sight, and sounds from afar. For example, if you telephone someone, it means calling someone who is not there with you, usually. Technically, you can call the person sitting next to you. There are other words, like telepathy. Note the pronunciation here, too. It's not telepathy, but it means being able to pick up thoughts from afar. So telepathy is a noun meaning communication without sensory perception, like ESP. Telepathic is the adjective to describe that ability, and telepathically would be the adverb describing how communication is sent. The telepathic partners use telepathy to communicate telepathically. And last is the Greek root therm. It means heat. When it's cold, you set your thermostat to heat your house. Thermo means heat, and stat means to set. But you measure heat with a thermometer. Thermal means something pertaining to heat. You could get that. Therm means hot, and al means pertaining to. A thermos is something that keeps food at a certain temperature. This word actually started out as a trademark from the company Thermos. Or thermodynamics is a branch of physics that deals with heat energy. Thermal plus dynamics. Hypothermic describes low temperatures, and hyperthermic describes high temperatures, and they really refer to body temperatures. And both can be dangerous health situations. Many science words also use the word therm. Thermocouple, thermoelectric, isotherm, thermonuclear, even weatherman. That's all for now. Till next time.